Peyton, my darling, how are you?
I'm good. Welcome.
You're good.
Greetings. Good
Where on
morning,
earth
good
are you?
evening,
I know that you're
whatever.
a child of the universe.
I feel, I
You're,
feel,
you're
I
born
feel
in
like I'm
America.
representing Ibiza in Eurovision.
The Eurovision that was just cancelled.
And we, the people here, give Australia 10 points. Just for effort.
Well, good to see that your spirits and you haven't lost your sense of humour through this crazy. I think that's the one thing we have to keep. But you are, in fact, away from your number one, your husband at this time. Tell us a little bit how you're coping through coronavirus time, corona time.
Well, I'm drinking quite heavily and, taking a lot of just, disinfectants and things because I've heard that it helps to keep the virus low. Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, when I got back from Australia from Mardi Gras, it was starting to kick, but of course, I wasn't taking it seriously. I was making fun of everybody the whole way back. People were already wearing masks on the airplane, and I just found it really annoying. So I literally made fun of everybody. And then it was maybe a week later that everything went kind of full on here. And of course, Spain is a lot more, affected than most of the countries. And it's right after Italy and Europe. So we have a very different type of lockdown. We are in complete, total lockdown. You can go to the shops, but you can't leave your house for anything else. So, and my husband had accepted a job in Germany, which he was planning to do before all that happened. And then they still, wanted him to come. And it was like we were 2 days into the lockdown, and then he had to go. And it was like, no! But the truth is, being an artist, of course, we're the first ones, we'll be the first ones to be, suffering from this, and we'll be the last ones in a way, because, I mean, how do we make money if we can't go and gig? So everything's been canceled. So we decided, well, at least one of us, should be working. So I've been literally in total isolation. I haven't had no human contact except for the, lady at the checkout counter wearing a mask for 2 minutes. The few times I've been, but yeah, I've had no human contact for 6 full weeks as of today.
So the flamingos are your best friends. I can see some flamingos here. They're keeping you company? I loved doing Mardi Gras with you. I'm so blessed that you came and had that experience with me, which is literally like the last.
How lucky were we all to have that experience, Greg?
Totally. And obviously, you were here to promote.
What was I promoting? I was, I don't know, some Queen's album. It's gone number one, I think, in Singapore.
The boy is mine. Has that got alcohol in it?
Listen, I have to say, massive congratulations. Well done on your number one album. And it's very exciting. And it's a lot of hard work putting together an album, and that is a great album, and you deserve this. So I'm really proud of you, and I'm really excited for you. So, and I'm really glad that we got the chance to do what we did, because my God, had it just been like a few weeks, later, we would not. I mean, we were standing, at Mardi Gras, was it 10, 15,000 people at the party? Can you imagine that now, sweating on each other?
No,
God, I missed that.
From the day that you arrived, we got on the balcony, had a few wines, and we had a little sing on live stream. So we're going to share that with people. This is a little snippet of The Boy Is Mine. For Mardi Gras, and we'll hopefully see you around. But here's a little sneak peek of The Boy Is Mine.
You know the key?
Think. Is that right?
Think it's time.
Yeah. 2, 3, 4. I think it's time we got this straight. Sit and talk face to face. There was no way you could mistake. And for your man, are you insane?
You see, I know that you may be just a bit jealous of me, 'cause you're blind if you can't see
that his love is holding me.
See, I tried to hesitate. I didn't want to say what he told me. He said without me you couldn't make it through the day, and that a shame.
Maybe you misunderstood, 'cause I can't see how he could wanna take something that's so good. All of my love is all his love. You need to give it up. I've had about enough. It's not hard to see the boy is mine. I'm sorry that you seem to be confused. He belongs to me. The boy is mine. The boy is mine. He's mine, he's mine, he's mine, he's mine.
Sing, girl.
He's mine.
He's mine. And how exciting that MTV Dance has picked that clip up, and they're gonna with Lima Granger and Xander, which is an anti-bullying video. Tell me a little bit about that, because it was actually your initial idea to run with that idea.
Well, you know, I really have been working for the last few years in various capacities to raise awareness around bullying. And I know that you like videos that are topical and address certain issues. So, you know, and I said to you at the time, you know, I didn't feel the fact that you're so much older than me that it would be appropriate for us to do a video about, you know, like us fighting over a guy, because there's no way we'd be fighting over the same guy, because obviously I would be with a much younger guy, being a much younger man than you, so it would be weird. So anyway, so I just thought, I read the words again, like from the beginning to end, and it was like, actually these words could be read in a different way, you know, like almost like with a very few exceptions. I mean, you can almost read it, you know, like it's somebody talking about, you know, the person that, you know, the boy that they were when they were little, you know. And I said, well, why don't we create a video that's like, it's like we're singing to that boy that we were both bullied, and let's flip the narrative so that we can actually do something with this video rather than just promote ourselves. Because, you know, believe it or not, I'm really promoting myself. You know, you'll find this as you get older. At some point, you get tired of actually talking about yourself. And so I want to do different things with my work, and you were up for it, and you did an amazing job with it. You know, and so did, of course, having Lima Granger on was amazing, and Xander, and yeah. So yeah, I'm excited. And we've got MTV on board.
Yes. So what does that mean exactly? So we're going to be playing, I mean, I know what it means, but tell the people
We're
what
gonna
it
be
means.
I'm so rich.
So we got to
No,
perform the song over Mardi Gras. Now, just before we went on the Universal gig, which was the midnight show, on Mardi Gras night, just after the parade and all the crazy, you came to me with your phone and said, hold this, and you had this crazy idea, and tell me about it.
Well, I had a few days before recorded a version of Moon River for a totally kind of a project that I'd been asked to do this for. So I had just used like a backing track off the internet and I recorded this. But for those few days, I was listening. I was never been a song I loved, but I mean, I was just in love. I was in love with it. It was like, it was so peaceful, and I did it in a similar kind of style to the Audrey Hepburn version. And so anyway, I used that song to kind of walk around town those few days because it was so hectic, and you know, with all the Mardi Gras madness going on, you know, it was just chaos. So I found that if I had, you know, this sort of very peaceful music on in my ears, that it was like putting me into a completely different zone. And that night, it was the night of the main Mardi Gras party, and we had a gig, didn't we, at on Oxford Street? And I had to wait until the parade was over so I could cross the street. And so I waited, and then, you know, just as the parade finished, I crossed, but I was listening to this version of Moon River. Yes, I was listening to myself. But literally, like, it was just creating this cocoon, like, sort of scenario for me. And then all the street was just full of police. It was full of people that were absolutely, it was like post Mardi Gras. You can imagine, like the parade had just finished. It's great. And I'm walking through it and I'm thinking, wow, this is like the juxtaposition of what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing. It's like, this is mad. If you could do that in a video, that would be incredible. And then I thought, wait a minute. You could. Wait. And Greg's a video, but he'll know how to like film. And so I messaged you and said, come outside right now. Bring your camera. And you did. And then, you took like 3, I just said, you didn't even know you didn't even know what song, you didn't know nothing. I just said, look, if I can film me, we're going to do like, 3 takes, 1 me sitting, couple walking around, whatever. And then just send it to me in a couple of days. And that's what we did. And then on the whole way home back to Europe, I worked on the plane and I put it together, and it was as amazing as I thought it would be. Because I was
thought you were completely nuts. I thought you were completely nuts. But I want to show it to the people now. And thank you for
there's a method to my madness
for this tonight. It's great to see you in the flesh with your flamingos, and I love you lots, and I can't wait till we get to collaborate together in flesh and hug people. Is there a message you want to send out to the people, and then introduce your fabulous clip for Moon River?
Well, yeah, I will say this. I mean, I know Australia is not. I don't know what the situation there is now, but you do seem to be having a quarantine. I struggled for the first 4 weeks. It was a lot harder for me than I had imagined, and I will say this. I mean, if you do feel if you do struggle and perhaps you're having a hard time with it and you don't feel justified in having that hard time, because that's how I was, and I gave myself a really hard time for having a hard time, but I do think something's going on here. There's a reason why why everybody's kind of in this malaise. We all sort of created this list of things that we got to do, and then we're not doing it, and a lot of my friends are saying the same thing. And I think we're supposed to be pausing for something, and thinking and going through it. So I would say to everybody, be gentle with yourselves, and try to be there for each other. If you can't, that should be okay too. Everybody's dealing with this in their own way. But most importantly, just be gentle with yourself and take this time and figure out what it is that you're supposed to be getting out of it. Because I think there's something that we're all meant to be learning, and probably something different for everybody. So learn it. Let's learn it. Let's do this once so we don't have to do it again. And hopefully I'll meet you on the other side, because I really am losing my mind, and I do actually like talk to these flamingos. I have a whole friendship going on with them, and yeah. So call a doctor.
And to finish up tonight, we have your fabulous version, which was produced by the producer that did my entire record, beautiful Michael Tan. This is
Moon River, wider than a mile. I'm crossing you in style someday. Old dream maker, you heart breaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbow's end, waiting around the bend. My huckleberry friend, Moon River, and me. dream maker, you heart breaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbows end, waiting round the bend. My huckleberry friend.